Your Honor, I don't recall any winds that evening. The weather seemed fairly normal for Orange County. I don't know if we have a weather report, but...
I do, Your Honor. I have a documentation saying there was 46-mile-an-hour winds.
That's okay.
Okay.
So he's still, whatever it is, he's responsible for having his dog under his control at all times. That's
unless
his
responsibility. Unless there was an act
I'm not
of
speaking
God.
to you. That's the responsibility of a pet owner. I don't care if there's a tornado, a typhoon, whatever it is. He's responsible. If there are heavy winds and he's thoughtful enough to bring the wind report, then he should have been thoughtful enough to bring the dog into the house at night so that the dog would not be outside during these very heavy 46-mile-an-hour Santa Ana winds. That's his responsibility. Continue. You brought the dog into your house.
Yes.
And the dog appeared to be domesticated.
Yes. My sister actually spent probably 10, 15 seconds greeting the dog.
Fine. Looks like a perfectly nice dog. The
Right.
problem is the perfectly nice dog doesn't like cats.
Apparently not.
Something that he neglected to tell you when he came in the front door.
It would have
He said,
been nice.
I like people,
It saved us some trouble.
but I'm not crazy about cats.
Right.
So what happened with your cat?
So within 30 seconds of Ronnie placing the phone call, it was very quick. Mocha had made his way into our computer room area, which is where my cat was. At that point, he found the cat and began to attack.
So it was fast.
It was very fast. At that point, I went over to break up the fight. They actually chased each other around our dining room area behind a table, which was difficult to get to. Roscoe managed to escape and get close to our bathroom area, our downstairs bathroom. That's when I was able to secure Mocha by the scruff. He had Roscoe in his jaws, actually clamping down. At which point I struck Mocha on the snout 3 times. He released Roscoe, who clearly was very injured, and slinked into the bathroom. I then placed Mocha into our garage and waited for Mr. Salzman to show up. At that point, I had to wake up my wife to try to take care of the cat.
I got it.
Okay.
That's what the case is about.
Yes.
So that's why I started off this case by saying, Mr. Dawson, you appear to be a very nice man and a very kind man.
Yes.
Clearly, Mr. Salzman has the responsibility of keeping his dog under his control. The dog got out of his control. The question is, once you invited the dog into the house, did you assume any of the responsibility? Because what appeared to be a domesticated animal, which is clearly a domesticated animal, doesn't like cats. That's something you can't know. And when I read this case, I said, gee, sometimes Good Samaritans finish last. But you could have done several things. You could have put a leash on the dog and kept him at the door, tied him to the door until you found out whether he liked cats, whether he was housebroken. I mean, if he came into your house and relieved himself all over your living room sofa, would you believe that Mr. Salzman would be responsible to buy you a new sofa? If he appeared to be a domesticated dog, then you would believe that he was also house-trained. But what if he wasn't house-trained? And what if he destroyed you in a 15-minute period? He did thousands of dollars worth of damage to your home. You had the ability to keep him on a leash. You had the ability to put him in the garage, keep him in the garage. You chose not to do that.
Well, if I had it to do over again, I clearly would not have allowed my cat to die. Yes. But I also don't think that, given the circumstances, the quickness of the attack, we didn't have a lot of time to take some of those measures.
Well, you did, because all you had to do was, in the brief moment that he spent calling the defendant, you say, you have the number? Great. Put him in the garage. He looks like a very nice dog. I'm not exactly sure what he's all about. If he had attacked your cat on your porch, he would be paying the vet bills. If he had jumped on the hood of your car and scratched your car, which was outside, he would be paying to repaint your car. If he caused any damage outside, if you were outside and he bit you, he would be paying your damages. But you invited the dog, not knowing the animal, into your house. And just as the idea of him paying for a new sofa would not sit well with you, right? It just doesn't sound right.
I would challenge that we invited the dog in.